In our daily lives, we face countless situations that require choices, from the simplest, such as what to eat for breakfast, to the most complex, such as changing careers or investing in a new business. Each decision shapes our future, influencing not only our individual paths but also those around us. In the professional realm, the ability to make well-founded decisions can determine the success or failure of projects and careers. Effective leaders are often those who can assess situations clearly, considering all available information and weighing risks and benefits before acting. The science of decision-making, widely studied in fields such as psychology and behavioral economics, reveals that structured and conscious processes can mitigate cognitive and emotional biases that often lead us astray from the best path. On the personal front, informed and thoughtful decisions lead to a more harmonious and satisfying life. Choices related to health, relationships, and personal finances, when well-founded, provide a solid foundation for overall well-being. Through self-knowledge and emotional management, we can align our actions with our values and goals, living more authentically and meaningfully. This book, therefore, aims to be a practical and accessible guide, grounded in scientific theories and research, to help you develop and enhance your decision-making skills. By exploring aspects such as self-knowledge, critical analysis, and planning, we hope you feel more confident and prepared to face daily challenges with clarity and determination. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and growth, learning the art and science of making choices that truly matter. Chapter 1. Self-knowledge. Understanding who we are, what we value, and where we want to go allows us to make decisions aligned with our essence, ensuring greater satisfaction and success in our choices. Starting this journey of inner discovery may seem challenging, but it is a vital process. Research in psychology shows that individuals with a high level of self-knowledge have greater clarity in their decisions and are more satisfied with the results obtained. Deep reflection on our values is the first step. Values are fundamental principles that guide our actions and decisions. They can include honesty, freedom, security, love, among others. Identifying these principles helps align our choices with what truly matters to us. To discover your values, start by listing the most significant moments of your life. What do these moments have in common? What feelings were present? This exercise will reveal patterns that indicate your core values. Another effective activity is the values game, where you list a series of values and then reduce the list to only those that are indispensable. This method provides a clear view of your guiding principles. Alongside values, it is crucial to understand your goals. Goals provide a sense of direction and purpose, functioning as a map that guides your decisions. To identify your goals, think about key areas of your life, such as career, relationships, health, and personal development. In each area, ask yourself what you want to achieve in the short and long term. A practical technique for defining goals is the SMART method, which ensures that your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of setting a vague goal like, "I want to be healthy," transform it into, "I want to run a marathon in 1 year." This not only clarifies what you want, but also sets a deadline and success criteria. As you progress in these activities, remember to regularly revisit and revise your values and goals. As we grow and change, our values and goals may also evolve. Keeping up to date with what is important to you ensures that your decisions remain aligned with who you are and who you want to become. Strengths and weaknesses. Having a clear understanding of your abilities and limitations allows you to make more informed and strategic decisions, maximizing your potential and minimizing the risks associated with your weaknesses. This process of self-assessment, though challenging, is essential for personal and professional growth. The first step in identifying your strengths and areas for improvement is honest reflection. Ask yourself in which activities you naturally excel and which ones you find most challenging. This type of introspection can be done through simple exercises, such as listing your most significant achievements and failures and analyzing the factors that contributed to each. Recognizing patterns in these events can provide valuable insights into your strengths and weaknesses. For a more structured self-assessment, various tools and methods can be used. One of the most well-known is the SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. This model, widely used in business contexts, can be adapted for personal development. By listing your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, you create a clear overview of the areas where you can excel and the points that need attention. Another powerful tool is the 360-degree feedback method. This involves collecting opinions from people around you, colleagues, superiors, subordinates, and friends, to get a comprehensive view of how your actions and behaviors are perceived. This approach provides an external perspective, often revealing aspects of your abilities and limitations that you may not have noticed. Personality tests, such as the MBTI Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or the Big Five, can also offer a deep understanding of your intrinsic characteristics. These instruments assess traits like extroversion, openness to new experiences, conscientiousness, among others, helping identify areas of strength and vulnerability. Additionally, the practice of mindfulness can be a valuable ally in recognizing your competencies and weaknesses. By cultivating mindfulness, you become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, allowing for continuous and more accurate self-assessment. Regular meditation can help you develop a clearer view of your automatic reactions and behavioral patterns, facilitating the recognition of your capabilities and limitations. As you use these tools and methods, it is important to maintain a growth mindset. Weaknesses should not be seen as definitive failures, but as areas for development. Similarly, your strengths should be continuously enhanced and applied strategically. This balance between recognition and constant improvement is what promotes true advancement in self-knowledge and, consequently, in the quality of your decisions. How self-knowledge impacts our decisions. Scientifically, research in psychology and neuroscience shows that self-knowledge reduces cognitive dissonance, a situation where there is a conflict between beliefs, values, and behaviors. By understanding our priorities and limitations, we can avoid impulsive and emotionally charged decisions that often lead to regret. Personal knowledge promotes more thoughtful and rational decision-making because we are better able to predict how we will feel about our choices in the future, avoiding the trap of momentary decisions. For example, imagine someone who knows their core value is freedom. This individual is considering two job offers, one with a high salary but a rigid and inflexible environment, and another with a lower salary but a work culture that values autonomy. Knowing their intrinsic value of freedom, the person is more inclined to choose the second option, even if financially less attractive, because this decision will be aligned with their principles, promoting greater long-term satisfaction. Another example can be found in personal life. Consider a person who identifies their weakness in high-pressure social situations. Knowing this, they can choose to avoid or better prepare for events that require intense social interactions, such as large parties or public presentations, minimizing stress and maximizing their well-being. In the realm of relationships, self-knowledge is also crucial. Someone who recognizes their value in honesty may decide to distance themselves from relationships that do not foster transparency, prioritizing connections where open communication is valued. This clarity not only strengthens their personal relationships, but also prevents frustration and emotional where resulting from unmet expectations. In an educational context, a student who understands their skills and interests will have an easier time choosing a course or career that truly resonates with their essence. For example, a young person who recognizes their passion for problem-solving and their talent in mathematics may decide to pursue a career in engineering, while another who perceives their artistic inclination and communication skills may opt for a path in the arts or media. Self-knowledge not only clarifies which decisions to make, but also strengthens resilience when facing the consequences of those choices. Being aware of our values and limits prepares us to better deal with the challenges and adjustments that arise after a decision, because we are more connected with our identity and purpose. Chapter 2. Information. Accurate information is the foundation for sound decisions. Without reliable data, we risk basing our choices on assumptions or erroneous information, which can lead to undesirable consequences. Studies in cognitive psychology show that the human mind is susceptible to various biases that can distort reality perception, making it even more crucial to verify the accuracy of data. Well-founded information reduces uncertainty and increases confidence in our decisions, promoting more satisfying outcomes. Reliable information sources are those that offer verified and unbiased data. In an environment where fake news and misinformation are prevalent, identifying safe sources is challenging but absolutely necessary. Government sources and academic institutions generally provide rigorously verified information based on scientific research. Organizations such as universities, research institutes, and statistical agencies are examples of places where we can find high-quality data. Another important aspect is the ability to use the internet effectively. Advanced search tools like Google Scholar provide access to a vast range of peer-reviewed academic articles and studies, providing a solid foundation for informed decisions. Fact-checking sites like Snopes and factcheck.org also play a crucial role in evaluating the veracity of information found online. One of the most common methods for information collection is direct research. This can include reading articles, books, and reputable publications on the topic of interest. The internet is a powerful tool in this regard, offering access to a vast range of resources, from digital libraries to specialized blogs. However, it is crucial to verify the credibility of sources, prioritizing those recognized for their accuracy and impartiality. Another effective approach is conducting interviews or conversations with experts. Talking directly with people who have experience or deep knowledge about a particular subject can provide valuable insights not available in written sources. For example, if you are considering a career change, speaking with professionals in the field can offer a practical and realistic perspective on challenges and opportunities. Participating in forums and online discussion groups is also an excellent way to collect information. Platforms like Reddit, Quora, and LinkedIn have communities dedicated to almost every imaginable topic, where members share experiences and knowledge. These interactions can provide a broader and more diverse understanding of the subject at hand. For analyzing collected information, it is important to adopt a systematic approach. A useful technique is creating mind maps or diagrams that visually organize data, facilitating the identification of patterns and connections. Digital tools like MindMeister and XMind can be particularly useful for this purpose. Additionally, the SWOT analysis technique, which involves evaluating strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, can be adapted for personal context, helping assess the pros and cons of a decision. Examples of good practices in information collection include keeping a research diary, where you note the sources consulted, relevant data found, and your own reflections on the topic. This not only organizes your findings, but also facilitates future reference and information comparison. Another recommended practice is data triangulation, which involves verifying the same information across multiple different sources to confirm its accuracy. This is particularly useful in times of misinformation, ensuring that your decisions are based on solid facts. Additionally, attending workshops, seminars, and webinars can be extremely enriching. These events often bring together experts and offer a unique opportunity to learn and ask questions in an interactive environment. They are also an excellent way to stay updated on the latest trends and discoveries in a specific field. Questioning the origin of data, understanding the context in which it was collected, and evaluating the methodology used are practices that anyone can adopt to ensure information accuracy. This critical approach protects against the blind acceptance of information and promotes a deeper and more balanced understanding of facts. Chapter 3. Critical Analysis. Critical analysis is the ability to evaluate information objectively, thoroughly, and systematically, considering various angles before reaching a conclusion. This skill is essential as it allows for more informed and thoughtful decisions, reducing the influence of biases and emotions. In practice, it involves questioning the validity of received information, recognizing possible judgment errors, and considering alternatives before making a decision. To apply critical analysis effectively, several tools and techniques are available, allowing for a structured and systematic approach. One of the most well-known is the SWOT analysis, which evaluates strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This method helps identify internal and external factors that can impact a decision. For example, when considering a job change, an individual can list their skills, strengths, areas for improvement, weaknesses, new career opportunities, and job market challenges, threats. This provides a comprehensive and balanced view of the situation, facilitating a well-informed decision. Another useful technique is pest analysis, which examines political, economic, social, and technological factors that can influence a decision. For someone thinking about starting a business, this analysis can reveal how changes in government policies, economic trends, social behaviors, and technological advances can affect the venture's viability. Understanding these external aspects allows for more strategic planning and anticipation of potential challenges. In addition to these, the 5 whys technique can be extremely effective for getting to the root of a problem. By repeatedly asking why, typically 5 times, a person can uncover underlying causes of a problem that are not immediately apparent. This approach is especially useful in personal and professional situations where the cause of a problem may not be obvious. The practice of second-order thinking is another valuable technique. It involves considering the consequences of a decision and then the consequences of those consequences. This helps predict long-term outcomes and avoid unintended consequences. For example, when deciding to make a significant financial investment, Thinking about the long-term implications and how these changes will affect other aspects of life can reveal risks and opportunities that are not immediately visible. The use of mind maps can also aid in critical analysis. They allow for visualizing connections between different pieces of information, facilitating the identification of patterns and insights. Software like MindMeister or simple hand-drawn diagrams can help organize thoughts and data clearly and cohesively. Evaluating objectively. To begin, it is essential to verify the source of information. Reliable sources are those with an established reputation for accuracy and impartiality. Academic institutions, government bodies, and reputable publications are good examples. Additionally, the transparency of the methodology used to collect the data should be examined. Information that clearly explains how the data was obtained and analyzed tends to be more trustworthy. Another important aspect is data triangulation, which involves verifying the same information from multiple independent sources. If different reliable sources agree on a fact, the likelihood of its accuracy increases. This practice is especially useful in the digital age, where misinformation can spread quickly. Considering different perspectives is essential for a complete and impartial evaluation of information. This means listening to and analyzing diverse viewpoints, even if they contradict your beliefs. This approach broadens the understanding of the problem and reveals nuances that may be overlooked if only one perspective is considered. In personal development, this practice promotes empathy and the ability to resolve conflicts more effectively. For example, imagine you are evaluating the possibility of moving to a new city for a job. An objective approach would involve considering factors such as cost of living, quality of life, career opportunities, and family impacts. Data collection would include statistics on the local job market, research on schools and public health, and opinions from people living in the city. By weighing these different perspectives, you can make a more balanced and informed decision. Case studies provide concrete examples of how objective evaluation and consideration of multiple viewpoints can lead to better decisions. Consider the case of a person who decided to invest in continuous education to advance their career. Initially, they were inclined to choose a short-term course for convenience. However, by collecting detailed information and considering different perspectives, they discovered that a master's program, although longer and more expensive, offered better networking opportunities and greater recognition in the job market. The objective analysis of data and consideration of various opinions resulted in a more strategic and beneficial choice in the long run. Another example can be found in health decisions. A person with a chronic medical condition might initially follow a specific treatment recommended by a friend. However, by researching clinical studies, consulting different specialists, and considering alternative treatments, they may find a more effective and suitable approach to their needs. This process of objective evaluation and consideration of multiple perspectives ensures a more informed and aligned decision with their health goals. Chapter 4. Clarity of Goals. Behavioral psychology shows that when our goals are specific and well-articulated, our motivation increases because we can visualize the path and the steps needed to achieve our objectives. This visualization not only facilitates action, but also helps us maintain focus and persistence, especially when facing obstacles. Goal clarity begins with a formulation of goals that are specific and measurable. Instead of a vague goal like, I want to be healthy, it is more effective to say, I want to run 5 kilometers 3 times a week for the next 6 months. This type of detailed goal eliminates ambiguities and provides clear criteria for assessing progress. Another example can be seen in professional contexts. A worker aiming for a promotion might set the specific goal of acquiring 3 new relevant skills and completing an important project within 6 months. This detailed goal guides their daily actions, such as choosing professional development courses and dedicating extra time to the project, significantly increasing their chances of achieving the promotion. A widely used method for defining goals is the SMART technique, which ensures that goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, if someone wants to save money, a SMART goal would be save $5,000 by the end of the year, depositing $500 into savings each month. This format not only specifies the amount and deadline, but also defines a concrete and periodic action, facilitating progress tracking. In addition to defining clear goals, it is crucial to prioritize them to ensure that efforts are focused on what truly matters. An effective method for this is the Eisenhower matrix, which helps classify tasks and goals based on their urgency and importance. By listing your goals and daily tasks, you can categorize them into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. This simple tool allows you to identify which goals should be prioritized, which can be scheduled for later, delegated, or even eliminated. Another useful approach is the OKR, Objectives and Key Results method, often used in corporate environments but equally effective in personal development. This method involves setting an ambitious objective and then identifying key results that will indicate progress toward that objective. For example, if the goal is to improve physical health, key results might include losing 5 kilograms in 3 months, completing a 10 kilometers race, and maintaining a balanced diet 90% of the time. Breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable objectives is also extremely effective. This process, known as decomposition, facilitates progress management and keeps motivation high. If the ultimate goal is to write a book, divide it into smaller goals such as write 1 chapter per month or dedicate 1 hour daily to writing. Each small progress accumulates, leading to the achievement of the larger goal without the feeling of being overwhelmed. Regularly reflecting on your goals and adjusting as needed is another crucial practice. Periodic review allows you to evaluate progress, adjust strategies, and realign efforts as circumstances change. Keeping a journal or using productivity apps can help monitor progress and make necessary adjustments in an organized manner. Having clear goals also facilitates task prioritization and time management. Knowing exactly what you want makes it easier to say no to activities that do not directly contribute to the established goals. This is crucial to avoid overload and the waste of energy on activities that do not add value. Additionally, goal clarity improves the ability to make quick and effective decisions, as the guidance is always based on achieving the final goal. Chapter 5. Emotional Management. Studies in neuroscience and psychology show that intense emotions such as fear, anger, or euphoria can distort our perception and lead us to act impulsively. For example, anxiety can make us avoid risks, even when potential rewards outweigh dangers. On the other hand, excitement can cause us to underestimate risks, leading to hasty decisions. Effective emotional management is therefore crucial for making balanced and well-founded decisions. One of the most effective approaches to controlling emotions is cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. CBT is based on the premise that our thoughts influence our emotions and behaviors. By identifying and challenging irrational or distorted thoughts, we can alter our emotional and behavioral responses. For example, if a person feels anxiety about public speaking, they can use CBT to identify automatic negative thoughts like, "I will fail" or "people will judge me." Replacing these thoughts with more realistic perspectives, such as "I am prepared and can do this," can reduce anxiety, resulting in a more confident performance. Another powerful technique for emotional control is conscious breathing. Studies show that slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for calming the body and mind. Practices like diaphragmatic breathing, where you breathe deeply through your nose, expanding your abdomen, and exhale slowly through your mouth, can help reduce stress and anxiety. Integrating these techniques into your daily routine can significantly improve the ability to stay calm in challenging situations, promoting better decision-making. The practice of meditation and mindfulness is also highly effective in managing emotions. These practices teach you to observe thoughts and feelings without judgment, creating space to respond more thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Studies indicate that regular meditation can restructure brain areas associated with emotional control and decision-making, making practitioners more resilient and less likely to be overwhelmed by intense emotions. In addition to these techniques, it is important to cultivate healthy habits that support emotional regulation, such as a balanced diet, regular physical exercise, and quality sleep. These habits not only improve physical health but also positively impact emotional stability, contributing to a clearer and more focused mind. For example, imagine a situation where a person is deciding whether to accept a job offer that requires relocating to another city. Anxiety and fear of change may obscure the benefits of the new opportunity. Using CBT, this person can reassess their negative thoughts about the move, finding evidence to support the decision to accept the offer. Simultaneously, breathing and mindfulness practices can help them maintain calm and clarity when considering all the implications of the move. Managing emotions does not mean suppressing feelings, but rather recognizing them and dealing with them healthily and productively. How to avoid impulsive decisions. Impulsivity often results from intense emotional responses that push us to act quickly without considering the consequences. To combat this, one of the most effective strategies is implementing a reflective pause before making any important decision. This pause can be as short as a few minutes or last a few days, depending on the decision's gravity. During this interval, the mind has the chance to process information more rationally and less emotionally. Another efficient method is the practice of deep breathing. Simple breathing techniques, such as inhaling slowly through the nose, holding the breath for a few seconds, and exhaling slowly through the mouth, can help calm the nervous system. This reduces anxiety and creates a more serene mental state conducive to reflection and analysis of available options. This small ritual can be performed anywhere and anytime, becoming a powerful tool against impulsivity. The visualization technique can also be helpful. Before making a decision, imagine the possible outcomes of each choice. Think about the short and long-term consequences, both positive and negative. This detailed visualization can help clarify which option is most advantageous and avoid hasty choices that can lead to regret. Additionally, keeping a decision journal can be a revealing practice. Writing down thoughts, feelings, and reasons behind each significant choice allows for later self-assessment, identifying patterns of impulsive behavior. Over time, this promotes greater self-awareness and the ability to recognize warning signs before acting impulsively. Talking to friends, family, or mentors before making a decision can provide different perspectives and help identify blind spots that you may not have considered. These conversations can offer valuable advice and help confirm or question your own conclusions. Adopting a more structured approach to decision-making can also be beneficial. Methods like pros and cons analysis allow for an objective evaluation of options. Listing the benefits and disadvantages of each choice helps visualize clearly which path may be most advantageous. This simple but effective technique ensures that all facets of the decision are considered. Establishing clear goals and reviewing them regularly is another strategy to avoid impulsive decisions. When you have a defined set of goals, it is easier to evaluate how each choice aligns with these goals. This creates a solid criterion for decision-making and helps avoid deviations motivated by momentary impulses. Finally, educating yourself about the impact of impulsivity and the importance of patience can reinforce the motivation to develop these practices. Reading books, watching lectures, or participating in personal development workshops can provide valuable insights and new strategies to avoid impulsive actions. Chapter 6. Time for reflection. When we give ourselves the opportunity to reflect, we are able to evaluate information more critically and objectively. This time allows the mind to analyze the pros and cons of each option, consider possible consequences, and make a more informed and rational choice. Without this pause, we risk acting impulsively, basing our decisions on momentary emotions or external pressures. By dedicating time to think, we organize our thoughts and identify what really matters. This reduces confusion and stress, allowing a clearer view of problems and possible solutions. Reflection also promotes creativity, as a relaxed and pressure-free mind tends to generate innovative ideas and solutions. When we reflect carefully, we are able to see the situation from different angles, identify underlying causes, and find effective solutions. This process of deep reflection often reveals aspects of the problem that were not evident at first glance, leading to more accurate decisions. Making rushed decisions can lead to regrets and constant doubts. On the other hand, when we take time to think and ponder, we have more confidence in our choices because we know we have considered all the possibilities and available information. This not only improves decision quality, but also reduces future anxiety and regret. In daily life, setting aside time to think can be as simple as establishing moments of quiet, such as during a walk, meditation, or even while having a coffee. The key is to find regular spaces in the routine where the mind can slow down and process information deliberately. One of the most effective strategies is scheduling specific periods for reflection in the daily routine. Just as we reserve time for meetings or physical exercise, we can dedicate moments of the day exclusively to thinking and analyzing our decisions. For example, waking up 15 minutes earlier to meditate or reflect can provide a clearer and more focused start to the day. Similarly, setting aside time before bed to review the day and plan the next can help consolidate ideas and prepare the mind for future choices. Another useful technique is creating reflection retreats in our weekly schedule. These are longer periods, such as an afternoon or an entire day, dedicated to analyzing important decisions. These moments can be used to plan the week, review goals, and assess progress in significant projects. By isolating yourself from distractions and commitments during these periods, You allow your mind to explore complex issues more deeply. Additionally, using journaling techniques can be extremely beneficial. Writing about your experiences, concerns, and options allows you to see situations more objectively. The act of writing organizes thoughts and can reveal patterns or insights that would not be noticed otherwise. Revisiting these notes regularly can also help reflect on progress and adjust plans as needed. Establishing reflection moments during daily activities is also an effective strategy. Walks, light jogs, or even household chores can serve as opportunities to think. These light physical activities keep the body occupied while allowing the mind to wander and explore ideas. Many report that their best ideas arise during these moments of apparent distraction. To illustrate the effectiveness of these strategies, consider some practical examples of reflected decisions. Imagine a person considering moving to another city for a job offer. By setting aside time for daily reflection, they list the pros and cons, research the new location, consult friends and family, and visualize life in the new city. This careful reflection allows them to make an informed decision, considering all aspects involved, from career opportunities to personal life impact. Another example involves someone planning to start a new business. Instead of acting impulsively, this person dedicates weekly time to analyze the market, study competitors, define their target audience, and plan marketing strategies. Through regular reflection and analysis sessions, they build a solid foundation for their venture, increasing the chances of success. In a more everyday context, consider a person who wants to improve their health. Instead of adopting radical diets or intense exercise regimes impulsively, they use daily reflection moments to understand their current habits, research healthy alternatives, and create a gradual and sustainable plan. This careful and informed approach results in more lasting and beneficial lifestyle changes. Chapter 7. Consulting. It is wise to seek expert opinions in various situations. First, when the decision involves technical or specialized knowledge beyond your current understanding. For example, when considering financial investments, a financial advisor can provide insights into markets, risks, and investment strategies that you may not be aware of. Second, in situations of high complexity or uncertainty, such as legal or medical issues, where the consequences of poorly informed decisions can be severe. In these cases, a lawyer or doctor can offer specialized guidance to ensure that all options are adequately considered. Additionally, seeking consultancy is valuable when it comes to strategic decisions that can significantly impact your career or business. For example, when planning a business expansion or career change, a mentor or coach with experience in the field can offer valuable perspectives that you might not have considered. Experts can help identify opportunities, avoid pitfalls, and provide practical advice based on their experience. Choosing the right consultants and trusted people is a crucial step to ensuring that you receive quality advice. Start by evaluating the consultant's credibility and experience. Look for relevant qualifications, professional background, and, if possible, recommendations from others who have used their services. Credibility can be assessed through reviews, testimonials, or awards and recognitions in the expert's field. Compatibility is another important factor. The consultant should understand your goals, values, and personal or professional context. A good personal connection facilitates communication and ensures that the advice given is aligned with your specific needs. For example, if you are seeking guidance to improve mental health, finding a therapist with whom you feel comfortable and who understands your personal circumstances can make a significant difference in the success of the treatment. Transparency and ethics are also essential when choosing consultants. Ensure that the expert is transparent about their methodologies, expected results, and any potential conflicts of interest. This helps build a trust relationship and ensures that the advice given is impartial and aimed at your best interest. Let's consider some practical examples. Imagine you are thinking about starting a small business. Consulting an accountant can help you better understand the tax implications, while a business consultant can guide you on market strategies, marketing strategies, and business plan development. This specialized support can prevent common beginner mistakes and increase your chances of success. Another example is someone facing a complex legal issue, such as a divorce. Seeking the opinion of a lawyer specialized in family law can provide clarity on rights and responsibilities, legal options, and possible outcomes. This knowledge allows for more informed and protected decisions, mitigating unnecessary risks. For someone considering a career change, talking to a career coach can be extremely beneficial. A coach can help identify transferable skills, suggest alternative paths, and offer strategies for transition, increasing confidence and reducing uncertainty. Integrating external insights into your decision is essential to ensure that your choices are well-founded and balanced. By incorporating the perspective of experts, you broaden your vision of the problem, consider variables you may not have noticed, and improve the quality of your decisions. This process involves more than just listening to advice. It is necessary to critically analyze these insights and adapt them to your personal context. To start, it is fundamental to keep an open mind when receiving feedback from experts. This means being willing to reconsider your own opinions and being ready to adjust your decisions based on new information. An effective method for integrating these insights is the practice of active listening. This involves not just hearing but deeply understanding the points of view presented, asking questions to clarify doubts, and confirming that you have correctly understood the information. After collecting the insights, the next step is to evaluate how these pieces of advice align with your goals and specific circumstances. For example, a financial consultant might suggest diversifying your investments across various areas. It is up to you to consider how this recommendation fits with your risk tolerance, long-term financial goals, and current economic situation. Comparing these suggestions with your own research and knowledge is crucial to make a well-balanced decision. Additionally, it is helpful to document the advice received and your reflections on it. Keeping a written record helps organize your ideas, identify patterns, and make more informed decisions. Revisiting these notes over time also allows you to evaluate the effectiveness of the advice followed, providing a basis for future decisions. Let's consider some practical examples of effective consultancy. Imagine you are thinking about buying a house. Consulting an experienced real estate agent can provide insights into the local market, price trends, and promising investment areas. By integrating this information with your knowledge of your personal finances and future plans, you can make a more informed decision about which property to buy and when to make the purchase. Another example is deciding to start a new business. Consulting a business mentor can provide guidance on market strategies, financial management, and product development. An entrepreneur who received this type of consultancy decided to open a coffee shop after analyzing their mentor's advice on the ideal location, marketing strategies, and the importance of creating a welcoming environment. Integrating these insights with their passion for coffee and hospitality, they managed to establish a thriving business in a competitive area. Chapter 8. Previous experience. Previous experiences provide empirical data on what worked and what did not work in similar situations. By analyzing these experiences, you can identify patterns and apply these lessons to new situations. For example, if you have faced financial difficulties due to a lack of planning, this experience may encourage you to create a more rigorous budget to avoid future problems. Learning from past mistakes and successes involves a systematic process of reflection and analysis. Start by recording your significant decisions and the results associated with them. This can be done in a journal or a digital document where you detail what led to the decision, how you felt during the process, and what the outcomes were. Revisiting these notes regularly can provide valuable insights. A practical technique for learning from the past is post-action analysis, also known as a postmortem. After completing a project or making an important decision, take time to reflect on what happened. Ask yourself what was successful, what could have been done differently, and what lessons you can draw for the future. For example, if you organized an event that had low participation, a post-action analysis may reveal that the promotion was insufficient or the chosen date was not ideal. Additionally, it is important to recognize that mistakes are valuable learning opportunities. Instead of viewing failures as definitive, see them as steps on the path to personal growth. Resilience and the willingness to learn from mistakes are fundamental characteristics for personal development. For example, Thomas Edison, when inventing the light bulb, faced numerous failed attempts. Instead of giving up, he saw each failure as an opportunity to learn something new, eventually leading to his success. Successes also offer important lessons. Reflecting on successful decisions can reinforce positive behaviors and effective strategies. For example, if you manage to save a significant amount of money by following a specific financial plan, recognizing the success can motivate you to continue these practices and apply them to other areas of your life. Practical examples of learning from experience include career decisions. If you accepted a job that ended up being unsatisfactory, this experience can teach the importance of researching more about the company's culture and job expectations before accepting a new offer. Another example can be found in relationship management. If a specific approach to resolving conflicts did not work in a past relationship, this lesson can guide you to try different methods in future situations. To maximize the value of previous experience, it is helpful to adopt a growth mindset. This mindset, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, emphasizes that skills and intelligence can be developed through effort and continuous learning. By adopting this perspective, you become more open to challenges and more willing to learn from difficulties, turning mistakes into growth opportunities. An effective technique is creating detailed action plans. After reflecting on a previous experience and identifying what worked or did not work, develop a plan that incorporates these learnings. This plan should include specific steps, deadlines, and success metrics. For example, if you learn that procrastination hindered the completion of a previous project, an action plan can include dividing the project into smaller tasks with defined deadlines and using time management tools like to-do lists or productivity apps. Another useful technique is continuous self-assessment. Establish regular moments to review your goals and progress towards them, comparing current results with previously learned lessons. This process not only keeps you on track, but also allows timely adjustments and strategies. For example, if you're trying to improve your physical health and have discovered that you prefer morning exercises, review your progress monthly to ensure you are maintaining this routine and adjusting as needed. Applying analogies can also be valuable. When facing a new challenge, ask yourself if there is something similar in your past that can provide useful insights. For example, if you succeeded in a previous group project by delegating tasks according to each member's strengths, apply this same approach to managing a new team, even if the context is different. Deliberate practice is another powerful technique. Identify specific areas where you want to apply acquired knowledge and focus on improving these skills through consistent and focused practice. For example, if you learn that clear and direct communication is crucial to avoid misunderstandings, dedicate yourself to practicing and improving your communication skills in all professional and personal interactions. Let's consider some case studies to illustrate the application of acquired knowledge. Imagine a person who previously faced financial problems due to impulsive spending. Learning from this experience, they decide to implement a detailed monthly budget and use an expense tracking app to monitor their spending. By regularly reviewing their finances, they can avoid previous pitfalls and improve their financial stability. This practical application of knowledge allows them to make more informed and controlled financial decisions. Another example is someone who tried to learn a new language using only apps but was unsuccessful. Reflecting on this experience, they realized that learning in a social and interactive environment works better for them. With this knowledge, they enroll in an in-person course and join conversation groups, resulting in faster and more effective language learning. In a professional context, consider a manager who faced difficulties dealing with an unmotivated team in a previous project. By analyzing the situation, they identify that the lack of recognition was a key factor. Applying this lesson, they adopt a policy of regular feedback and recognition of achievements in managing their current team. This not only improves team morale, but also increases productivity and work quality. Chapter 9. Planning. When you create a plan, you are essentially crafting a roadmap that guides your daily actions and decisions. This roadmap reduces uncertainty and procrastination, allowing you to move forward with confidence. Good planning also facilitates tracking progress, helping identify when and where adjustments are needed. Studies show that people who plan their goals in detail are more likely to achieve them because they are better able to maintain focus and motivation over time. Developing an effective action plan starts with defining clear and specific steps. Each major goal should be broken down into smaller, more manageable tasks. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, the initial steps may include researching training plans, purchasing suitable equipment, and establishing a daily running routine. By breaking the goal into smaller parts, you make the process less intimidating and more achievable. Setting deadlines is another crucial component of a successful action plan. Deadlines create a sense of urgency and accountability, ensuring that you stay on track. They also allow you to evaluate your progress at regular intervals. In the marathon example, you can set specific deadlines to run a certain distance within a few months, participate in smaller races, and gradually increase your training. These milestones serve as checkpoints that keep motivation high and progress steady. Contingencies are equally important in planning. They involve anticipating possible obstacles and preparing alternative solutions. This means thinking about what-if scenarios and how you would respond to them. For example, if you're planning a trip and there is a possibility of weather changes affecting your plans, a contingency could include having indoor activities as a backup. In the case of marathon training, a contingency might be an indoor training plan if the weather does not allow outdoor running. Having these alternatives prepared ensures that you can continue moving forward even when things do not go as planned. A practical example of detailed planning can be seen in someone who wants to start a new business. The first step is conducting market research to understand the industry and identify opportunities. Then develop a business plan that includes steps such as defining the target audience, marketing strategies, financial structure, and daily operations. Each of these steps should have clear deadlines and contingencies, such as alternative funding options if initial fundraising is insufficient. Another example could be a person who wants to improve their overall health. The action plan can start with defining specific goals, such as losing a certain amount of weight, improving diet, and increasing physical activity. Each goal can be subdivided into steps, such as consulting a nutritionist, preparing healthy meals weekly, and establishing an exercise routine. Setting deadlines such as losing weight in 6 months and gradually increasing exercise intensity, and having contingencies, such as adapting diet or exercise plans if results are not seen, helps maintain focus and motivation. One of the most popular tools for planning is the use of task management apps like Todoist or Trello. These apps allow you to create task lists, set deadlines, and organize projects into smaller steps. For example, if you're planning a home renovation, you can use Trello to create boards that divide the project into phases such as planning, purchasing, execution, and completion. Each phase can be detailed with specific tasks and deadlines, facilitating progress visualization and the organization of necessary actions. Another valuable tool is Google Calendar, which allows you to schedule appointments and reminders. Integrating your daily or weekly planning into Google Calendar helps keep you on track, ensuring that you dedicate enough time to each important task. For example, if your goal is to improve your physical fitness, you can schedule fixed times for exercise and healthy meals, visualizing these commitments alongside your other daily obligations. For more complex projects, software like Microsoft Project or Asana offers advanced management features. These tools are excellent for detailed tracking and team collaboration if necessary. For example, in a work project that involves multiple stakeholders, Asana allows you to delegate tasks, monitor deadlines, and communicate directly with team members, all in a centralized platform. In addition to digital tools, the bullet journal method is an analog approach that many find extremely useful. Created by Ryder Carroll, the bullet journal combines task lists, diaries, and planners into a single notebook. It is highly customizable and ideal for those who prefer writing by hand. This method allows you to record short and long-term goals, plan projects in detail, and reflect on your progress regularly. An additional benefit is that the act of writing by hand can improve memorization and engagement with tasks. For those who prefer a more structured approach, the SMART technique is excellent for defining clear and achievable goals. Then, using the Eisenhower matrix, you can prioritize tasks based on their importance and urgency. We mentioned these two earlier, remember? They are excellent methods for creating consistent and coherent planning with your goals. Finally, the practice of regular reviews is an essential tool in planning. Scheduling weekly or monthly time to review your goals, evaluate progress, and adjust plans as needed ensures that you stay on track. During these reviews, you can reflect on what worked, what didn't, and what can be improved, adapting your strategies to better achieve your goals. Chapter 10. Confidence. Internal security provides the courage needed to take calculated risks and the resilience to deal with the results, whether positive or negative. The absence of self-confidence, on the other hand, can lead to indecision, procrastination, and excessive dependence on others' opinions, hindering personal and professional progress. Building personal confidence is a continuous and multifaceted process, involving various practical strategies. One of these strategies is self-affirmation, which involves repeating positive statements about yourself. The regular practice of self-affirmations can strengthen self-perception and increase confidence in your abilities. For example, phrases like, "I am capable of facing this challenge," or "I have the skills needed to succeed," help reprogram the mind to a more positive and confident perspective. Preparation is another cornerstone in building self-confidence. When we are well prepared, our certainty about our capabilities increases significantly. This involves acquiring the necessary knowledge and skills to face situations competently. If someone is about to make an important presentation, for example, Preparation includes researching the topic thoroughly, practicing the presentation multiple times, and anticipating possible questions. This meticulous preparation reduces anxiety and increases security during execution. Positive feedback is also crucial for developing self-confidence. Receiving praise and recognition for well-done work reinforces belief in your abilities. However, positive feedback does not have to come only from others. Self-validation is equally powerful. Recognizing and celebrating your own achievements, no matter how small, significantly contributes to building a solid foundation of self-confidence. Keeping a gratitude journal or a record of achievements allows you to reflect on your progress and recognize your value, which further strengthens your confidence. Consider, for example, someone who wants to start a new business. Self-confidence is essential to overcome initial obstacles, such as seeking investors or launching a product. By using self-affirmation, this person reinforces their commitment and belief in the venture's success. Thoroughly preparing, they acquire the necessary knowledge about the market, competition, and marketing strategies. Receiving and valuing positive feedback, whether from mentors or their own small successes, strengthens the confidence to keep moving forward, even in the face of challenges. Another example can be seen in a student preparing for an important exam. By using self-affirmations, they combat nervousness and reinforce their belief in their abilities. Careful preparation, studying regularly, and practicing previous questions builds a solid foundation of knowledge. And by receiving positive feedback from teachers or peers about their progress, their self-confidence grows, allowing them to face the exam with more security. Please pay close attention to this next part, as it may be the main reason people make poor decisions. The lack of commitment to consequences is a slow-acting poison, but believe me, it exacts a very high price. When a person habitually blames external factors for their difficulties and failures, they hinder their own growth and personal development. This attitude can create a cycle of victimization, where the person constantly sees themselves as a victim of circumstances rather than the protagonist of their own story. One of the most evident consequences is the lack of learning and growth. If we do not recognize our mistakes and failures as learning opportunities, we continue to make the same mistakes repeatedly. The inability to reflect on our decisions and their repercussions means we do not develop the skills and wisdom needed to make better decisions in the future. This stagnation in personal development can limit our potential and restrict our opportunities for success. Constantly blaming others or circumstances erodes the trust and respect others have for us. Colleagues, friends, and family may start to see us as immature or unreliable. This can lead to social isolation and loss of collaboration and support opportunities, essential for success in any endeavor. By not taking responsibility for our actions, we may develop the belief that we are at the mercy of uncontrollable external forces. This can generate a sense of helplessness and hopelessness, reducing our motivation to pursue goals and dreams. This mindset can lead to a life filled with frustration and dissatisfaction, where people feel they have no power to change their circumstances. In the long term, this attitude can seriously affect mental and emotional health. Living constantly in a state of denial and blame can increase stress and anxiety levels. The feeling of not having control over one's life can contribute to feelings of depression and low self-esteem. These mental health problems can manifest in destructive behaviors, such as procrastination, substance abuse, and conflicted interpersonal relationships. Employers value responsibility and the ability to learn from mistakes. Professionals who do not take responsibility for their failures may miss promotion and development opportunities, as they do not demonstrate the capacity for growth and leadership. This stagnation can lead to a feeling of professional frustration and performance below potential. For example, consider someone who does not take responsibility for their financial performance. Instead of recognizing their excessive spending and lack of planning as causes of financial problems, this person blames the economic system or bad luck. As a result, they continue to repeat the same behaviors, accumulating debt and worsening their financial situation. This lack of responsibility prevents the implementation of necessary changes, such as creating a budget or seeking financial education, perpetuating the cycle of financial difficulties. When you recognize that your choices have direct consequences, you feel more in control of your destiny. This not only increases the motivation to make careful and well-informed decisions, but also promotes a sense of empowerment. Knowing that your actions can shape your future encourages you to act with intention and purpose, leading to a life more aligned with your values and goals. Another significant benefit is continuous personal growth. By reflecting on your decisions and learning from the outcomes, you develop valuable skills and accumulate practical wisdom. Each mistake becomes a learning opportunity, and each success reinforces the effectiveness of your strategies. This growth mindset makes you more resilient and adaptable, able to face new challenges with confidence and competence. Taking responsibility also significantly improves relationships. When you are honest about your mistakes and commit to correcting your flaws, you gain the respect and trust of those around you. This applies to both the workplace and personal life. Colleagues, friends, and family are more likely to support and collaborate with you when they see that you are responsible and reliable. This mutual respect strengthens bonds and creates an environment of support and cooperation. Building a positive reputation is another important result. In professional contexts, being seen as someone who takes responsibility can open doors for promotions and new opportunities. Leaders and managers value employees who are responsible and proactive because these individuals are seen as trustworthy and capable of making informed decisions. This reputation can accelerate career progress and provide greater development opportunities. Feeling in control of your life and knowing that you have the ability to influence your destiny reduces stress and anxiety. Additionally, the self-acceptance that comes with personal responsibility improves self-esteem and promotes a sense of inner peace. By recognizing your strengths and areas for improvement, you can work more effectively to achieve balance and personal satisfaction. A practical example is someone who decides to improve their physical condition. By taking responsibility for their health, this person commits to adopting healthy habits such as regular exercise and a balanced diet. Instead of blaming the environment or genetics, they focus on actions they can control. The result is a significant improvement in physical health, more energy and well-being, and increased personal confidence. Another example is a professional who decides to advance their career. By taking responsibility for their development, they seek continuous education, new skills, and networking opportunities. By not waiting for opportunities to simply appear but actively working to create them, they build a solid and satisfying career. This proactivity not only accelerates professional growth but also inspires others around them. One of the main advantages of taking responsibility is the construction of a sense of autonomy and personal power. When we recognize that our choices directly influence our results, we are more motivated to make careful and well-informed decisions. This also helps us develop resilience because when we face negative consequences, instead of seeking blame, we focus on learning from the experience and improving in the future. In a world full of uncertainties and challenges, the ability to make informed and conscious decisions is an invaluable advantage. The strategies presented in this book are not just isolated techniques, but parts of an integrated whole that strengthens your ability to navigate life's complexities. We started with self-knowledge, which serves as the foundation for any well-founded decision. Understanding our values, goals, strengths, and weaknesses provides a clear vision of who we are and what we truly want to achieve. This empowers us to seek relevant information, critically evaluate this information, and set clear and specific goals. Emotional management and taking time for reflection are equally crucial. They allow us to make thoughtful decisions, avoiding impulsiveness and carefully considering possible consequences. Consulting experts and learning from previous experiences provide valuable perspectives and broaden our understanding, while detailed planning helps us map concrete paths to achieve our goals. Building self-confidence and taking responsibility for our choices are the pillars that support all these strategies. Personal confidence motivates us to act with conviction, while responsibility keeps us on track, learning from our mistakes and celebrating our successes. Each decision, each reflection, and each learning contribute to your growth. Be kind to yourself along the way, recognizing that mistakes are learning opportunities and that progress is more important than perfection. Thank you for embarking on this journey of self-discovery and growth. I hope the lessons shared here are useful and inspiring, guiding you toward a more satisfying and fulfilled life. Remember, the power to transform your life is in your hands. Make conscious choices, learn from every experience, and move forward with confidence toward your dreams.